There's a court battle over fake meat. It's January 22nd, 2026, in these year headlines. A federal judge has denied Texas' request to dismiss a lawsuit challenging the state's ban on cell-cultured meat. I put that in quotations, allowing the case to move forward. U.S. District Judge Alan Albright ruled Tuesday that constitutional claims brought by California-based companies Wild Type and Upside Foods may proceed. However, he also denied the company's request for a preliminary injunction, meaning the law will remain in effect while the lawsuit continues. This law, passed last year and effective September 1st, bans the sale of lab-grown meat in Texas through September 2027. Unless lawmakers extend the ban, products sold afterward would be required to carry labels such as cell-cultured, lab-grown, or other similar language. Wild Type and Upside Foods argue Texas is closing its border to an out-of-state industry to protect Texas agriculture from lawful competition. That competition is grown in a lab, though. The lawsuit says the ban violates the Constitution's Dormant Commerce Clause, which limits states from passing laws that discriminate against or unduly burden interstate commerce. Texas is one of 7 states to enact lab-grown meat bans and one of only 2 currently facing legal challenges over the policy. The Higher Education Coordinating Board has officially repealed an old policy related to in-state tuition for illegal aliens, removing it through the consent agenda at its quarterly meeting without discussion. According to the agenda, the prior policy had already been superseded by new rules adopted in October and effective in November, just in time for the fall 2025 semester. The updated rules require students who wrongly received in-state tuition rates to repay the difference if they concealed key facts that they reasonably should have known could affect their status, or if the institution later discovered the error. Students have 30 days after notice to pay. Until then, schools may withhold diplomas, certificates, or transcripts tied to the disputed enrollment unless federal rules prohibit it. The rules also include guidance noting that DACA recipients are not considered lawfully present under applicable federal rulings and therefore are not eligible for resident tuition on that basis. The change implements a June 2025 consent agreement with the federal government barring Texas from offering preferential tuition rates to illegal aliens.
Howdy, folks. I'm Chris Salcedo, a veteran broadcaster, author, and conservative political analyst. I take a no-nonsense approach to the toughest questions Americans are wrestling with today. Join me on the Salcedo Storm podcast, where I discuss national, state, cultural news. Tune in weekdays, wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Parents of 6 students at a Spring ISD elementary school are suing teachers nearly 2 years after they allegedly gave pre-K children melatonin sleep patches without parental consent. The lawsuit stems from incidents at Northgate Crossing Elementary School where parents say teachers used sleepy adhesive patches on students during class time without notifying families or receiving authorization. The allegations first surfaced in September of 2024 after a parent reported her daughter came home with a sticker the teacher allegedly described as something to go to sleep. Spring ISD placed 2 teachers and 2 paraprofessionals on administrative leave and opened an internal investigation. Parents later discovered the stickers were melatonin-based sleep aid patches marketed towards adults. Several families reported changes in behavior, including unusual tiredness, increased crying, and loss of appetite. District policy prohibits staff from administering medication, supplements, or herbal substances without proper approval. The parents, who are being represented by the Busby Law Firm, are seeking more than $2 million in damages, including claims tied to physical and mental pain, medical care, counseling, and related costs. Spring ISD previously confirmed the matter was referred to its police department. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.